This is wrong for Johnson. I never took it off for Johnson. Guys, yeah, this is wrong for Johnson. I never took it off for Johnson. I never remember this, guys. This is wrong for Johnson. I never took it off for Johnson. Guys, this is wrong for Johnson. I never took it off for Johnson. You're wrong for
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
And yo, dudes, bros, everyone here. Good morning. Stage 4, the Dauphine Libere, Criterium de Dauphine, the Dauphine, whatever you want to call it. Guys, yeah, we have no live coverage yet. It says it's not going live until 10 after 7, but I'm just in the mood. Let's get the yammer yammer going. I'm in the long sleeve today. This is basically see-through right now. If you look very closely, here, you can see right through me. So that's just how it is here, folks, over at Inside Cycling World. I'm Colin. What do we call me? The MC? The host? The goofball? Yeah, something like that. So, some good points here already this morning. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Fab Cycling. Who else we got here? I thought I saw someone else too. None yet. We do have lurkers. We have lurkers. Lurkers alert. If you are a lurker, just let us know who you are. You go on the pin map. Yes, we have a special pin map here over at Inside Cycling World. Guys, stage 4. It's 167 kilometers long. It's kind of a really weird stage. We've got, I think it's 6 categorized climbs. Starts out with a nice, easy, cheesy category 4 through a sprint point at Arlanc. Nadav Reisberg, that's the rider for NSN, Israeli rider, rides for NSN, and he is in the green jersey right now, so he's out there fighting for him. Second place, Hugo Hofstetter, and then Eduardo Affini for Visma Lisa Bike. At the first climb of the day, only 1 point available as a category 4. Marco Frigo takes out those points. I got to turn this up a bit, guys. Every day it's the same thing, right? Eddie's here as well. Good evening, Eddie. Live from Malaysia. Yeah, it's going to be all climbing at the beginning. It's going to be really rough start, guys. This is basically where I wanted to start. This is it. Like between kilometer 50 and 60, we're on the Côte de Temple. They probably say Temple, something like that. We'll go to the tour tracker here. You can see that we started, we're kind of going in a south to northerly direction here. Again, we're over on the far, actually we're moving more inland now, is where we are. Kind of, this will be, guys, what do you think? Is this more Central Massif kind of zone? I think this is Central Massif here. I think it's what you call this. And I saw something really cool. I think at the end of the race, I think we take on one of the last stages. I think we do the Grand Ballon. Yeah, I think we do the Grand Ballon on the end, guys. So let's take a look at today's stage. La Puy Envolée. Yeah, dudes, we are. So a Puy is a volcano, right? And that area down there is all volcanic. There's tons of Puys down there. Everyone's familiar with the Puy de Dôme. Let's see how I get to the map stuff again. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the map. Here's our map, guys. There it is right there, Puy de Dôme. We go by it today. So, yeah, this is probably named after some extinct volcano right here. This whole area. We talked about this probably during the Tour de France last year, and I probably did a real crappy job of it, similar to what I'm doing right now. Actually, on the map right here, I can see Arlanc popping up, the green here. Dudes, can you guys see my mouse pointer, my little finger that's on here? Can you actually see that as I'm scrolling it around? That's something I've never really figured out. Let's see the comments here. Yeah, just got Eddie and Aaron having a little chat here. Fab saying today was definitely going to be bang bang time from the start to get in the break. Dude, no break. That's what's kind of crazy today. We got no break. In fact, just a few minutes ago, I'm saying it's all together again. So I think there's guys trying to go now. Let's see what Tour Tracker says. Right here. So, yeah, there's a trio up front. Quinn Simmons. I did see a picture of him early on Facebook. Andres Krohn and Jordan Jagat for Total Energies. Jordan Jagat, that dude there. Was he in the breakaway Tour de France last year? Let's see if we're dialed in. I'm a bit scared to do this one. Colin's a little bit scared to do this one. Let's look up Jordan Jagat, Stage 1, Tour de France, last year. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm getting worried. He wasn't in the breakaway. Maybe it was Vircher. Maybe it was Bissio. Could have been him too. Yeah, so I butchered that one, but Jordan Jagat, we've seen a lot of him in the past. Bouncing back here. Guys, I've been messing around this morning on Google Maps, just having a good time here. So guys, we are currently 68 kilometers into the race. We've got 98 to go. We've just climbed over the Category 3. Those points hasn't shown up yet. Only 2 and 1 points available there. Why don't we take a look at the actual GC, just go through a run through. Alex Baudin, after his awesome time trial yesterday, I forget who picked EF to do well. They buried themselves to keep the jersey another day. EF, I wonder what EF's budget is. Like, guys, what do you think it is? I bet you I'd love to know. If anyone's got a source of that data, like team budgets, I've heard UAE and Visma are like 60 million euros each, which is tiny, really, compared to other sports. I bet you EF is like 15 million a year, 10 million a year. Like, that's it. They don't have big bankroll, so to have the jersey on their shoulders is great exposure for them. You know, the EF Education boys have been around a long time. I think EF Education is like private schooling, I believe. I think they're based or started in the UK. I think it's private schooling. I think so. You know, you have to check out some EF videos, I guess. Okay, just gonna catch up here, guys. Please, ASO, bring back the Puy de Dôme climb again. Yeah, they should. I think the only reason they don't use it, Aaron, is because it's kind of a dead end. Didn't we do it a couple years ago at the Tour de France? A couple years ago? Quinn Simmons. So, guys, here's the situation now. There have been attacks going in the flatter section here. Quinn Simmons, Andres Krohn, and Jordan Jagat are out front. We've got 3 chasers, Pablo Castrillo, Raul Garcia Prina. So Movistar is smart here getting into the moves. Matteo Vircher, I just mentioned his name this morning, like 5 minutes ago. Vircher, Total Energies, he might have been the guy in the Tour de France last year in that Stage 1 long breakaway. There was like 4 guys that were out all day by themselves. Jan Castellon and George Bennett for NSN. George Bennett, I think, was the dude that rode. Yeah, it was Bennett that finished off the time trial for them yesterday, the team time trial. And I said I was going to do actual GC. So it's Baudin, Kevin Vauquelin, Oscar Onley, Matteo Jorgensen, Juan Ayuso at 47 seconds, Mateo Skelmos, same time, and teammate to Juan Ayuso, Jorgen Nordhagen. At 50 seconds, Maxime Van Gils, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, Bruno Amaral, bounced up probably from the time trial. And then we got Carlos Rodriguez rounding out the top 10. And we will put in Leo Bissio, 11th. Paul is right there as well on 12th. Going to be an interesting day, guys. I bet you this is one where the DSs are kind of like, what's going to happen today? It all depends how the sprinters do. We're going to go back and take a look at the profile here. If sprinters can hang on here, it's the stage set up for them at the end. They're going to have the base of the descent, the end of the descent. We still got 37 kilometers to go. We're at kilometer 130 to 37. Those sprinters will be firing up the trains at the end. Choo-choo, here we go in the pipe, 5x5. Yeah. Rails back. Hello there, still no break. I guess the next hill zone with that 7 kilometer 5.6 may create a break. 7 kilometer 5.6, that's the Côte du Chagarand. Guys, I was messing around on Google Maps this morning. Let's see what I got to show you here. Oh, yeah, it's so good. So good, man. Dudes, okay, I don't really want to show you that yet. Okay, so, guys, great news at Drum. So, guys, where do I live again? Here I live. I'm the blue dot here on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see Neapolis. I've mentioned Neapolis before. In fact, I'll show you Neapolis right now. Here's Neapolis now. And I ride my bike out here a lot, guys. This is one of my main routes. This is the mighty metropolis of Neapolis. Paved roads. It's kind of really heavy roads. What we call it, chip and seal. I actually come from that direction a lot. The direction we're looking at's to the east. Obviously, this was during the summer, during fire season here. Yes, we do have fire season every stinking friggin' year. It's not an anomaly. Summer comes, stuff burns, we get smoke. That's it. It's normal. You continue that way for a while longer. Guys, if you're in the know, if you know Colin and Inside Cycling World, if you're lurking, let me know. I broke my axle on my CX bike down that road there. I rode for another couple miles, and that's where it broke. Remember that whole wheel incident? This little town here was once one of the 3 main gateways to the west. This little town here. I mean, this is it. There was some, there's a couple of older buildings here, but I think it's just a facade over the front. There was a hotel here in the past, a lawyer's office, and I've done a lot of research on it. One of the 3 major entryways into the west when people were migrating here. It just boggles my mind. It's this close to me. Anywho, so that there for me, guys, is probably, I think Neapolis is maybe 6-7 miles from home. So when I leave home here, I travel this way. I get on this highway here down by Acme, and I start trucking this way. There's some cool towns here I'm going to go down into one of these days and show you guys some stuff. But what I think is really cool is right here. I'm just going to show you this, guys, quick. This is what it looks like around where I live. Looks nothing like where they're riding today. Farming, you would say pancake flat, right? Pancake flat. We're going to keep going a little bit further. I do this drive so many times, and it's just so cool. And, guys, this is not going to absolutely blow your mind, but it's going to lead to something else. So, you're driving along. I got to figure out where I am. Did I pass it? Might have passed it. Sorry, guys. Anyways, yeah, it's right here. We're going to come right here. Driving along. I got to figure which one I'm facing. Right here. I take this road all the time. This is to my Drumheller house. You're coming along. We don't lean to look to the right. Just bald prairies. There's nothing exciting to see here. Then you take like a little scooch this way, and you're just like, holy crap, what is going on here? This is kind of like just a really nice erosional cut. Almost the start of the Badlands. It's just like, you're looking in this direction. Oh yeah, boring. Falling asleep at the wheel. Here's the road. There's not much here. I probably wouldn't want to ride my bike on this road with the big farm trucks and stuff like that. You could get blown off the road pretty easy. This would be later in the summer, obviously. But dudes, it's all down there. Guys, just down there somewhere, there's dinosaur fossils waiting to be discovered. Just down in here somewhere. So what I wanted to do too, just to show you how awesome it is here. So this is this little tiny cut right here in the middle of the map. So it leads down more into the Badlands. But there's lots of them. There's lots of these weird little cuts. There's dinosaur fossils in all these. Not even discovered yet. Let's go to Horseshoe Canyon. This is a pretty big touristy spot here. There's a nice lookout. There's hiking trails down here. People walk down here. You can see the people right here. And guys, we're just stepping back through time here. It's so easy to see this. Stratigraphy 101 right here. You can see the coal seam, the dark coal seam here, all the way around. And you can see other layers, softer layers, and then you got these hard layers here. You can see these 2 layers that kind of stick out. Harder, just different minerals in there that protects it from eroding as bad as the stuff above it. And below it, it's sandwiched in between there. You got some brownie stuff down here, probably more iron bearing. But you can look at that black line and just chase it around the entire valley. That's the same segment of time all the way around the valley there. all the way from left to right, all the way around, coming back towards us, coming around for 709er here, totally, folks. So that's, this is Horseshoe Canyon. Tons of trails down here, and I think there's guided tours, self-guided tours, and you can actually get close to where they're actually working on dinosaur fossils, where they're excavating them. That's a cool one. So Drumheller's right here. You can see it on the screen. I'm going to be spending a lot more time down here in Drumheller with my rentals and stuff. Here's another good one, too. Here's Horse Thief Canyon. We'll take a look at this one. This one's pretty fascinating, too. It's lesser known. But again, there's that could be the same coal layer, guys. We've moved away by, I don't know, 10, 15 miles. But just where it is down in the valley, there's that coal layer. It comes back around, come across the screen. You can see it out here, too. You can just see it right there. It's probably isolated right here on this little hill. So, guys, this is kind of like the start of a mini Grand Canyon. I love it. Going to take a look around a little bit more here. Yeah, here's a guy's backpack. Got some kind of weird stuff going on here, too, guys. There's a guy's foot on the ground there. I think we may have found a murder site right here. All I see is a foot and a portion of a leg. Quite disturbing. Did I tell you it's a great place to visit? Don't worry, it's absolutely safe. Dudes, just goofing around here a little bit. Let's get back to the race. I just love showing my backyard. Hope you guys appreciate it. And if you guys got some cool stuff in your area, let me know about it. Let me know about it. Yeah, so we've got a break now. Yeah, it's finally established now. We've got something going on here. Simmons, Crone, Gigat, with 8 seconds over 5 riders chasing now. It's only 20 seconds to the peloton. Kind of a dangerous day, guys. It's either a day for opportunists. If the opportunists don't go soon enough, they're going to lose to the sprinters. There are sprinters here that will be able to tackle these hills and be available at the finish line. Okay, D-Trek sees the pointer. Thank you, D. Hey, D, did I tell you that you're on the pin map? D-Trek from Montreal is on the pin map. I just threw a random pin here. Where would this be? Probably somewhat in the action, right? Yeah, I got you living downtown. Got you living downtown. Let's see where he lives. Actually, I can't see it here. I don't know. Dude, I'm looking forward to coming to Montreal in September for World Championships. D-Trek, we're going to have an Inside Cycling World meetup. I hope you will meet me somewhere. I'm doing it, guys. Look at this, guys. You can tell right now that group's growing. We went from 3 chasers to 5. Now we're at 8. There's dudes jumping out of the peloton trying to get in this chase group. They're not letting us go today. I'm going to check Flow Bikes again. It is scheduled for 10 after 7. Still 10 minutes away. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Colin can keep talking for hours on end. It's just the way it is. I'm going to give this a quick refresh here. Yeah, live and upcoming. I don't have any feed yet, so 10 after 7, we're going to get the dirty feed. And we're going to enjoy the chat here today, guys. Yeah, Aaron, the sprint teams may be having... dudes, I think it's going to be a sprint day. I think they're going to be hanging right close there. We'll jump back to Tour Tracker here so you can see what's going on. We've done the Category 3. This is actually a tougher climb now. So we're missing all the video up the toughest climb of the day. Good job. Good job, World Tour. Like, come on. Give us some feed. Rails wants the ASO to bring back Côte Saint Apollinaire before Super Bessie again. Eddie's saying next week, 3 tour race happening the same day. Tour de Suisse, Tour of Slovenia, and the Belgium Tour. Yeah, guys, it's so busy this time of year. Rails asking, are there sprinters? Well, yeah, Van Aert is kind of like a versatile sprinter, a long-range sprinter. You mentioned Dorian Godon here. He's a really good sprinter. I didn't know he wasn't feeling great, though. Why don't we take a look at the start list quickly, guys, and you guys can help me identify all the sprinters, please. UAE, no sprinters. I think Affini has a sprint. TT, okay. I was thinking Bruno Amaral, but he's on a different team. Wout can sprint, but he's not feeling good. Dorian Godon is a sprinter, or more of a sprinter. I think he won 2 races here, 2 stages. Yeah, Tour of Romandy. He won the prologue, and he won stage 3. So obviously he can sprint. Let's take a look at that stage 3 and see what happened. He outsprint. Oh, no, that wasn't really a sprint finish. Obviously they were sprinting. Over Finn Fisher Black, Valentin Paripont, not a sprinter. Taddy was there. Okay, I forgot about that. Sergio Higuita. Lidl Trek. No big sprinters there. Quinn will go on a long-range attack, though. Red Bull, K. Finn Fisher Black. Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of big sprint names here, guys. Not a big... Interesting seeing this guy's name, Torsten Treen, guys. I know his name. I'm not saying it right. He was at the lead of the Vuelta for how many days last year? Does anyone remember that? So in 2025, last year at the Vuelta, I bet you he was in red for, let's say, 5 or 6 days. And he fought all the way to the finish. Okay, right here. After the TTT... he finished second. Oh, on the Pal Andorra climb up to the ski station. I remember that now. Took first place there. Held red jersey for 4 days. Okay, I said 5 or 6. Second place, fourth place, and fought all the way to get a top 10 finish. No result, stage 21. Yeah, screw you. That's all I got to say about that. So don't forget about Torsten Treen. I mean, he could do it. It's kind of weird where these guys come from, and then you forget about them. So yeah, give me a big sprinter here, guys. Renderink, I think I've seen him sprint before. Yeah, we don't have any big brand sprinters at all. So it's going to be tier 3 sprinters, maybe? Tier 3 sprinters. Lars Krabs, just like saying the name. Phil Bauhaus is here. That's probably the single biggest sprint name I can see right now. Yeah, I think it's going to be Moose from a long way out. Moose from a long way out that's going to win this one. Maybe a TT guy, maybe like a Luke Plapp will go like on a 4 or 5 kilometer assault at the end. Brian Cocard is here. He can sprint. That guy's still fast. Let's take a quick look at Brian Cocard. What has he done this year? Second place, stage 1 at the 4 Days of Dunkirk. Who was he racing against? Lawrence Pithy, Lewis Askey. Not the biggest names in sprinting, but he'll always be there. Rob Daunt's in this race at the same time. Brian, what else have you done this year? Like anything big? Perry Nice got a 4th on stage 6. Who is he racing against? Dorian Godon. Matteo Trentin, Lawrence Pithy again. Kind of a mixed bag here. Not really all-out sprinters, but there's a couple thrown in there. Toro Beaumont. 4th place on stage 2. Baptiste Weisstroffer. Here's Brian Cocard getting 4th place against Diego Alisi. Yeah, so not the biggest names in sprinting. And that's okay. Let's back it up. Back it up, back it in. We'll go with that route. And I'll jump back to the chat here. Yeah, there's really no huge sprinters here, Rail. Let me just get refreshed, guys. Do a quick refresh. How's your coffee today, guys? Many teams today will think they will have a sprinter that can get over these climbs while thinking others will drop, so they will try to kill the break. Yeah, guys, they're not going to let this get away. They can't. So we're seeing more go. The 3 up front, our second group is 8 riders. We see Hugo Huel for Alpecin. And how do you say that name? G's? G? I'm just going to call him G. Lemeries. They're jumping out now. All the teams are trying to get represented in that break. So we're going to see different teams now sending riders up. That's part of the gig here. Eddie's saying Team Total Energies needs to find a main sponsor next year. This is the last year. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a Quinn Simmons kind of stage, doesn't it? It really seems like it. He'll just go from forever out and just go for it. Maybe look for some motorbikes. That's what I'd be doing. There'll be that after the race. Just watch. And in fact, I think it was Quinn complaining last year at the Tour de France about Tim Wellens doing that. But guys, it happens all the time. It's not just those dudes. Puy de Dôme was in the 2022 Tour when there was a mano a mano between Poggi and Jonas. Yeah, it goes to the top, guys, and it just stops. It's like, it's a really cool climb. I did a video on Bike Terra about it. Steven Cycles, who's in the channel once in a while, rode it up to the top. He took the GPX from somewhere and created it in Bike Terra. The problem was, though, he didn't smooth it enough. And there was these brutal segments of 25%, which don't exist on the Puy de Dôme. It doesn't get that steep. And if you got a good inside trainer, it will simulate 25%. And it was just brutal. I'm like, dude, you need to smooth that down. The GPX is out by a bit. Look at this, what Rail's saying. It was the stage where Poggy used the shadows on a sidewall to determine how far back was Jonas. Yeah, because, guys, they don't want to look back. I always try to call it out when I'm watching races. They look back. That's kind of a giveaway, like, dude, it's kind of almost, man, I hope you're done. I'm going to look back and see if you're cracking because I'm on the edge of cracking right now. Or I'm going to blow you out of the water. 11 riders in that front group. So the 3 up front have now been caught by our 8 chasers. Hugo Houle and Lemry's chasing, 20 seconds back. Peloton's given up now. The Peloton that was at 20 or 30 seconds is now at 2 minutes. Danger guys here, George Bennett, Jan Castellon, and Mr. Lars Kraps. He's only 5 minutes down. So Bennett and Castellon making big moves in the GC here. Everyone else is, 15, 20, half an hour back. Hugo Houle is almost 35 minutes back. Lemry's almost 27 minutes back. Okay, good morning from X-Man. What's on tonight in the world of sports, guys? We had a hockey game last night. Who won? Don't even care. Yeah. Vegas? Yeah. I heard somewhere that Vegas is the most hated team in the NHL. I saw a map thing of it. And I saw other people complaining too that they said it's the playoff system or the playoff brackets. I like how I do that with my hands. Trying to do a Chris Horner here. The playoff brackets in the NHL kind of eliminate some really good teams at the beginning. And some of the lesser teams can kind of float their way through. And I've heard that a little bit about Vegas. I know X-Men's from Vegas. Sorry, dude. Just saying. That's what I heard someone else talking about. Eddie's saying he thinks Tudor is the richest pro team. Okay, when you say pro, you mean pro, not World Tour, right? I think that's what you're saying. Aaron's got a comment here. After yesterday, Team Time Trial, I am thinking Trek, UE, Visma, and the riders, they will be the top 3, and maybe the GC guys send it on the first climb. I think they've got a select group up front that they know are real. They're not really a threat. Quinn Simmons is set up perfectly here for a long breakaway. Quinn can do this. He's known to do these long breaks. Go 30, 40 Ks. Yeah. More teams need to get up there, though. There's not that many teams represented in that front group. Gonna keep reading the chat, guys. Rail saying, if I'm not mistaken, Jorgensen was attacking all day and it looked like his win, but Woods passed him in the last ramps of Puy de Dôme. Yeah, it does get steeper at the top there, and I do remember that win by Michael Woods of Canada. Where did I last see Woodsy? I think he's riding gravel now. Yeah, he had a little reel somewhere, whatever, Facebook video, I can't remember. His bike arrived, I think, broken. So it must be cool being a pro/ex-pro. You just call your sponsor, yo, I need a new bike. They shipped him a brand new bike, like overnight. Must be nice. Pancake flat with maple syrup and back bacon. Yes. Now you got it. Yeah, it is the region of the Puys. Badlands in the USA and South Dakota. Yeah, dude, they're all I think they're all basically the same age too. So there's actually huge dinosaur fossil remains down there as well. That whole area, guys, like through here. I should have brought this map up too. So like where Alberta is, God, it's gigantic, isn't it? And I mean, I know things get stretched as you go to the north, right? But like this whole area, so let's see where the Northwest Territories is at the top. if you were to draw a line along the side of the mountains here, out through where I've got Horse Thief Canyon lit up, all the way down through the states, across the Dakotas, right down through Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, where it reaches the Gulf of Mexico, there was a giant seaway there a long, long time ago. I don't know the exact age. I think it was called the Tethys Seaway. Gigantic seaway. And I need to do more research on this. But basically where all these fossil remains are is close to ancient shorelines. So they can get covered up and preserved quick. You need to get the stuff buried to preserve it. So there was a gigantic seaway that came through here. So basically, Drumheller would have been waterfront property back in the day. It would have been the shoreline of a gigantic seaway. Basically, think of it like the Caribbean, something like that. And what's kind of cool too, it would be on the other side too. I think the extent of it would have been somewhere through Manitoba here. So once they get there, there could be all sorts of fossil remains over here too. And obviously in the middle. But it's got to be exposed. So naturally, if we go back here, there's just a huge cut that's exposing the stuff for you. You just don't go digging here. If you went digging right here, you'd find it. You would probably find fossils right there. But no one's going to go digging straight down there, 400 feet down, whatever it is. It is quite the drop. I was going to pull that up this morning. Actually, why don't I do this? Dorothy. There's a big climb here. I wonder if we can see it. Yeah, you can kind of get the idea, right? So, yeah, guys, it's not inverted. Yeah, sorry, that's just me. There's quite the climb up here. In fact, at one of the Tour of Alberta's way back when, they used this area for a hill climb. I think on the north end of the valley system. So you can see how much it is quite a drop. I'm going to just ballpark. I don't know, guys. Like, it's hard for me to tell here exactly, but it's got to be at least a few hundred feet that you're going to drop. I'm going to guess. From the bottom of the valley up to the top. Suppose there's a road over here that goes straight up somewhere. I can't find it right now. I'm just looking. Again, you can see the sticker for you. It just jumps right out at you. This is kind of on more the southern end of the Drum Valley here, the Red Deer River Valley. Actually, good farming down here. And guys, it is sweltering hot down here in the summer. Like, it's basically 90 plus all summer long. 95, 100, easy. Easy down here. Drumheller is about a town of about 10,000 people. So Dorothy's famous. Oh, here's the Dorothy Ferry Bridge. Oh, yeah, there's ferries down here too, guys. Okay, not this one. I'll show you the other ferry. I don't know why they call it a ferry bridge. Where is Wayne? There's a really cool, famous town through here. Guys, this is the middle of nowhere. There's these. Let's take a look at Finnegan. This is in my backyard. This is probably like an hour and a half from my house. Finnegan. That's it. It gets a name. There's a ferry. The Finnegan Ferry, dudes. Let's check it out. The Finnegan Ferry. Guys, these ferries are still active. I think there's only 7 left in Alberta. There you go. They're all free. You show up. You drive your car on it, and dude will haul you across. It's all on wires. Just short little crossings. Yeah, there's 7 of them, I believe. If we come back to the north, all cycling content. We come back to the north here. On the north end, we'll find the Blériot Ferry. I'm looking for it right now. Maybe it's more north. Blériot Ferry, Point West. Yeah, right here. There's another ferry right here. And again, are you kidding me? We don't get a... Okay, yes, you can see it's the same idea. We're still in the Badlands. We've got these little kids here. I don't know who they are. Some guys have disappeared. Yeah. Drive your car, go across. It's actually really nice down in here. Back to the racing guys, because someone's going to scream at me. I thought this was all cycling content. No, you're wrong. 12 riders in that front group. 20 seconds back to Houle and Lemry still. Peloton at 140. Rasberg, our green points jersey wearer for NSN, is out the back of that group. He's 2 minutes back. National Geography by Colin, sponsored by Rail saying the Puys are west of the Allier Valley, where Clermont-Ferrand is. They're right now to the east of the Puys. Jose's back. Jose, thanks for commenting again, dude. Jose, dude, you're on the map. put you on the map, Jose. Jose's probably never seen this before. So, Jose, and I just kind of took a guess, dude. There you are. There you are, dude. I remembered your state. I remember your hometown started with a P. Dude, maybe that's it right there. I remember being like Puricano or something like that. Jose, let me know. You don't have to tell me exactly, but I know you said it yesterday. Lake, what do they call this? Chapala Lake or Chapala Lake. This is like a Canadian hotspot here. I think this is retirement central for Canadians. Right here. There's the border between Jalisco and... Dude, I wonder how you say that. Michoacan or something like that. Yeah, terrible. I know. Work it off. Yeah, definitely would land with a buffalo roam. And I'm going to catch up a bit here, guys. Guys, my eyes suck today. Do we have video feed? We should now. I don't want full Okay. We still don't have... Does anyone have video feed? Because I don't on Flow Bikes. So they're late. So basically, we're probably going to get the video feed come on the flat section. Exciting. Dave's in the mix. Okay, Rail's talking about Froomey and Contador sprinting up the climb. Dude, I can't remember that one, really. Aaron, I wonder if GLP-1 drug will be banned soon. VBP and APP look like they're addicted. Dudes, okay, so GLP-1, is that basically Ozempic? Because now I'm seeing it in pill form. Yeah, dude, no cheating. No cheating. Like, I know so many people personally who are on Ozempic. You know what? Well, it's a diabetes drug. My friend Jason lost 70 pounds because he does have diabetes. And they put him on it and he shed 70 pounds. I think this is my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm just an idiot on the internet. I think Ozempic is good if you need, like, dude, you need to lose weight stat. Like right now, you're living my 600-pound life. We got to get your weight down. We got to tell that little brain of yours to stop eating 4 bags of Doritos every day, a whole bag of Crullers, 6 Krispy Kremes. It's just telling you not to eat. That's all it's doing. It's just telling you not to eat. It's calories in, calories out. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, or they get mad at me when I say that. It's calories in, calories out. Because I hear people say, I've tried everything. Nope, you haven't. You haven't tried everything. It's calories in, calories out. I've seen some good influencers talk about it too, like people that are like in really, really good shape. Now, you got to try to eat healthy, but if you ate 1 Big Mac per day, you're going to lose weight. Guaranteed you'll lose weight. Because you're probably burning 1,000 calories more than that per day. If you just ate 1 Big Mac per day. You eat the worst food you can think of. Calories in, worst food. Calories out, just living. If you're in a deficit, you'll lose weight. That's it. Okay, that's terrible, but whatever. So is GLP-1 the same as Ozempic? Because I think it is, and now they got it in a pill form. They're like, here, everyone just take it. Don't worry about what's going to happen to you down the road. I like Dave's comment here, fortune favors the brave. Eddie is from Sarawak, Malaysia. Okay, Sarawak, I'll remember that, Eddie. I'm going to look it up later. Lizard lip drugs. Why would cyclists take that? Yeah, is Ozempic banned by the ASO and the UCI? Derek, can Colin crash on your couch? Yeah, I'm going to have to find a way somewhere where I'm going to stay out there. I'll probably just stay outside of Montreal, whatever. I do know some people there. In fact, I think Montreal, let's have a quick look, guys. Let's get away from the Badlands here. Alberta talk. Oh, I do have some other cool stuff to talk about there. Let's get to Montreal. I have a friend who lives over here in Longueuil, whatever. And there's some hotels somewhere over here. I don't know. But dude, they got a really good metro there. And I know when we went to the Formula One, I think there's a metro station that takes you right to the Formula One track. Actually, it probably stops you over here somewhere on the island. These are man-made islands where the Biodome is. the biosphere, which I like to show all the time. I've been here for the 1967 Expo. And yeah, they have like a cool science exhibit in there. I don't even know what it's like anymore. But it's been a long time since I've been there. Staying down here would cost you a fortune. This is where the road course I'll go through a lot. This is where the Montreal race comes through every year. Montreal. So it comes up here every year. This is where they do the multiple laps around the hill. This year they have it coming across here. I think it goes across one of these bridges. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. So what I should be doing there, I'm going to stay at Hotel Brossard right there. Let's check out Hotel Brossard. What does it look like? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, full suites. I like it. Hotel Brossard. Google Street View. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And she gone. Let's just jump out of there. And let's have a video feed. I'm paying for Flow Bikes here. Come on. Still live and upcoming. So they're super delayed today, guys. So yeah, guys, I'll stay somewhere here and I'll just take the metro. Or I'll have butler service. I'm not too sure yet. I'll have a personalized chauffeur. 12 riders. Lemrys has been caught now by the Peloton. The Peloton's reacting. Hugo Houle must have been caught too. Or maybe he's still out there by himself. Hugo and Lemrys were together. Yeah, GLP-1, weight loss, better climbing, watts per kilo. Yeah, Ethan Hayter. Yeah, Ethan Hayter is fast, but last time he was in a sprint was a couple years ago from Rail. Raul Garcia Premier for Movistar, very active. And they got 2 Movistar riders up there too. And this is the dude that I like a lot. We saw him at La Vuelta last year. To me, that was kind of his... Oh, he didn't finish it though. Yeah, he was doing so well there. Once we got to the climbing stages, you can see here he was 50th, 57th, 27th, 15th, 15th, 14th, 25 years old. He's a very good climber. Actually, he's a very good time trialist too. Just seeing that right now. Individual time trial champion of Spain in 2022. So yeah, they're trying to set something up. They're hoping they can just stay away from the sprinters. It's 2 minutes back to probably the main... 137 to the Peloton. They need to refresh this here. The Peloton's just caught them. Does anyone in the world have... Oh yeah, Michael Matthews is here. That's right. Michael Matthews is here. Okay. This might be your best sprinter at the race, I think. Michael Matthews is here. Wow. Let's take a look at Michael Matthews. This guy's just came back from a long time off. Look at this. January 29th was his last race result. I think he had a big wreck somewhere, was in the hospital. There's lots of pictures online. This is his first race back. Yeah. So how's he feeling? Look at this. 3-time winner of the Quebec race. 18, 19, and 24. 4 stages of the Tour de France. Looks like he's... Did he win that race? Montreal? Yeah, he won. He won Montreal for Team Sunweb over Sonny Colbrelli. Wow, Greg Van Avermaet, Oliver Nason, Timo Royzen, Rui Costa, Diego Alusi, Michael Valgren. God, these names are so good. So good. A lot of these guys are still around. Tom Scoins is in this race. Brandon McNulty. When McNulty was rally cycling. Yeah, I remember them. I think rally cycling, all orange kit, I believe. Yeah, I think they were an all orange kit. David Gaudu. David's still around. Guillaume Bavon, he's still around too. Daryl Impey. Yeah, I love that dude. Probably one of my absolute favorite cyclists right there. I think he is a DS now, whatever you want to call it, for now it would be NSN. I think he's there now. Tim Wellens. Guy, Tim's been around forever. Wow. Cosnefroy. Holy. So many good names there. So yeah, he's probably your best sprinter in the group. Okay, let's get caught up, dudes. Just looking around here. They're going over the top of the Category 3 now. I want to take a look at the mountains points. It's Clement Brazafonso with 17 points. Getting no points today, though. Baudin with 14. Ben Thomas for Kofidis, I believe, in 12th. Got 12 points in third place. And we'll jump back again. Still no feed. Dawn's in the mix. OG Dawn is in the mix. Dauphine, Aaron saying Dauphine is always sprint purgatory. Yeah, this race is not meant for sprinters. However, there's an all-out sprint stage tomorrow. Rail saying if it was 2021, the Covey would be the main favorite. Covey's here, I believe. Yeah, Cocard can sprint. Gonna catch up, guys. Yeah, Durbo is still riding. I mentioned him yesterday, Rail, in the time trial. Durbo and Luke Plapp are really good time trialists. Eddie's saying there will be a lot of tier 2 sprinters likely at Tour Langkawi. Eddie, when we get in the route, the coffee is dark and hot. The coffee is dark and hot like my soul. Mine's cold. Actually, my coffee is cold and dark like my soul. I'd say kind of urine warm at this point. Something like that. Fab saying, gotta cheer for Camaro Mullet. Oh, Quinn Simmons. Quinn Simmons, Camaro Mullet. Guys, I feel like I'm rocking a mullet. I got crazy hair. I just get my hair cut wherever. I just kind of walk around and say, I need a haircut. And I think I'm going to find a barber shop today. Somewhere. Aaron saying something about talking about featuring Lars Craps. Don't look back in anger, I hear them say. Guys, Blue Jays won, I think. I think the Blue Jays beat the Phillies yesterday. Walk-off victory. Love it. Dudes, late in the day yesterday, I didn't ride my bike yesterday. Went to town, did business, loving it. Guys, I'm going to break this out right now. So, I've got 2 more rentals coming in Drumheller. They're already there. My boss has transferred them to me. I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if he watches my videos. That's okay. He likes me and I like him. He's always said, there's 2 more, I'm going to send them to you. 2 more, I'm going to give them to you. 2 more, I'm going to give them to you. He said it 20 times. Well, guys, I've been doing this 5 months now as like professional property manager. Team Visma Lisa Bike says it's pulling in the front. I have no video feed of it. And so now I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of like your probationary period. So here he goes. There you go. So next month, July 15th, cha-ching, cha-ching. Those are the 2. I haven't had an easy one yet. The 4 rentals I had have all been difficult. They've all been trial by fire. Like, what? What? Huh? Weird stuff I've got to do. None of them have been easy, but oh well. I'd rather learn the hard stuff. But I've heard a few rumors. I've been told twice now that there's potential someone's buying a 20-unit apartment complex in Drum. Gadoosh. This guy will be the property manager. Not buying it. I hope. So, somewhere down the road, we don't know when, but it's kind of bubbling. Dude, that's what I need. Carolina won to take series to 2-2. Awesome. I really like Carolina. I mean, they were there right against the Panthers last year. So, Flocky's asking, greetings Earthlings from Flocky. How's Circuit Franco-Belge doing? Can't find a live stream anywhere. Let's take a look at that, guys. I did pick my team for that race, Circuit Franco-Belge. Let's see. Timo Rusin. Right now, breakaway out front, 120 back to the peloton. Let's see the start list here. Oh, Jonas Abrahamson there. Arnaud Delise there. Guys, this is a big sprinters race. It really is. I had a hard time picking my team. Paul Magnier is at this race. So you're going to have Jonas doing something at the end. Arnaud Delise is going to be there. Toon Arts, European CX champion. Is that right? I think that's right. You're going to have Matty Brennan sprinting for Team Visma Lisa Bike. Yeah, dude, this is a better sprint race today than Dauphine, of course. Paul Magnier will be sprinting probably for the win. Reduced EF team here, only 5 riders. Albanese will be thereabouts in the sprint. I'm just looking at the guys that I automatically think top 15. Riley Sheehan, he's pretty fast at the finish, and he's won a race lately. Corbin Strong can be fast at the finish. Casper Van Uden can be fast at the finish. Groupama, I'm not sure who I'd pick there. Just still looking here, guys. Aaron Buru, I think. Am I right about that? Has he done well in sprints? Probably more of a climber. Anyway, guys, we'll keep an eye on that one too. I like Team Flanders Balois. They have, I think they're the team that has Crab on their team. Mr. Crab. Yeah, this guy right here. Tom Crab. Future World Tour rider right here. This guy right here. Future World Tour rider right here. I think he'll be World Tour next year, guys. Contracts only to the end of 2026. He's had some good results this year. There was a race where, yeah, take a look at this. Tour of Turkey won 2 stages. Won 3 stages at the Tour of Turkey. Who did he beat? Stage 1 on that race. Fernando Gaviria was there. You know, so obviously you guys, some older sprinters there and a lot of teams coming up. A lot of younger riders. But 3 stages won this year. It's pretty decent. At Andalusia, he won stage 4. That's kind of a more recognized race right there. Beat Soren Verenskold, yeah. Sammy Dujardin, yeah. Alex Arenburu, Christophe Laporte, Zonglay, Orlus Alouar, Fred Wright, Paul Penot. Real sprinters. Paul Penot, real sprinter. Yeah, so that dude, World Tour next year, just watch. That's my prediction. So at this race here, at the Circuit Franco-Belge, I can't remember my team really. I think what I did with that one, you get 100 points. I just picked the 4 best sprinters I could. And my last 2 riders, I had to pick the lowest point riders I possibly could. Just to jam. I think that's the only strategy you can use there. They still have 108 kilometers to go there. Back over to La Dauphine. Over the Category 3 climb here, we have 12 riders in our front group. 116 back to the peloton. Our points leader, Nadav Reisberg, is at 310 back. Wow, I really got to turn this up today, guys. I think it's because I don't have my video feed on. I'm not getting enough light in my brain. And, oh, we're live. We are live now. Yeah, I got live. It's showing the descent now. Here we go, dudes. Here we go. Now I can turn this down, I think. Okay, 72k an hour on the descent. We have 69 kilometers to go. It's 114 from the front. Our front 12, that's who I'm looking at right now. Back to the peloton. GC peloton. Simmons, Cron, Watson are on paper are the fastest. Yeah, is it Sam Watson? Yeah, it is Samuel Watson there. Let's take a look at that dude. Samuel Watson was the guy that struggled in the TTT yesterday. Remember the guy that got ditched? Team car went by, gave him the finger, gave him one of those going by. Just kidding. And I think it was Drew who said that his replacement bike was probably on the second car. I like my idea better that they drove by, just gave him the finger. And because he beat them in Xbox the night before, something like that. I think that's a better story. But yeah, he was probably just his bike was on the second car. Aaron's saying Watson is an engine, but I don't know if his sprint is very good. I'm going to look at it right now. He's got a decent sprint. He doesn't have a ton of PCS points. Most of his points are TT. So he's an engine. Like big watts dudes. He's walking around at 6'2.5". He only weighs 68 kilograms. Like that's 155 pounds. Like how? Dude, I weigh 45 pounds more than you. And I'm the same height. Like Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Yeah, big engine, this dude. Unfortunately, yesterday he had to stand on the side of the road and wait for a bike change. Yeah, look at this here. TTT, obviously earlier in the year, Paris-Nice, first place there for Ineos Grenadiers. He's probably riding with Ghana, all those other boys. In the prologue, okay, this would have been a one-off effort here. 3.6 kilometers, first place at the Santos Tour Down Under. Sam Watson beats Ethan Vernon, Lawrence Pithy, Jay Vine. So yeah, he's like an all-out Watts beast to beat those guys over that distance. Okay, just going to bounce back here, guys. 100 kilometers done. Boom. Now got Nadav Reisberg here. We're getting some better time checks here. 114 down. I guess that's saying he's back with the peloton now. That's not what I wanted to do. Jump back. I would have lost PCS altogether there. I would have to find my way back in. We're going to do this, guys. We're going to flatten it out. We're going to flatten here on Tour Tracker. I think there's only 2 groups now. So Reisberg somehow got back on. It was probably poor data reporting. Jan Castellon and George Bennett have attacked from the bunch, which is 25 seconds behind the leading trio. Okay, how long ago was that? Okay, that was a while ago. Seen that. And we're going to have a look here. Yeah, it's also, we got 12 up front. That's how it is. Peloton at 114. Start watching this race here, guys. 2 Movistar riders there. 1 Uno X rider. Caja Rural represented NSN. Quinn Simmons, he's easy to spot today. Yesterday, didn't see him once. I was watching him, but I did not see him. Oh, yeah, Dave sent me a message early yesterday, guys. He said a group of at least 50 riders in full two-door kit passed me yesterday. Dave, I wonder what they were. Like, who is that? Out in Toronto, riding around in two-door kit, 50 riders. Like, you know what's on right now? I think the Tour de Beauce is on right now. The Tour de Beauce is on right now. Yeah, it is. It actually starts today. The Tour de Beauce is a stage race in Canada. It's a 2.2 race. It's been running for 38 years. And I wonder where the races are. Where is this? Well, it's obviously Quebec. Like, Dave, I wonder if it was something associated with the race. Maybe it was like a two-door sponsored ride event. Let's take a look at stage 1 here. Unfortunately, we get no live stats for that. Maybe they need a commentator. Hey, Tour de Beauce, sign me up, bro. Sign me up. Yeah, so that's going on today. 190 kilometers for that stage there. We won't get any data with that. Oh, look at this. Tour de Cameroon, 2.2 race, stage canceled. Race canceled due to flooding in Limbe that has made part of the time trial route impassable. Okay, so that's been canceled there. I was fully following the Tour de Cameroon. Long pause. I was absolutely not following the Tour de Cameroon. Okay. Yeah, Woodsy's fully done. He made his full retirement last year or a couple years ago, I believe. So he's doing gravel now. Rail saying that Bennett and Frigo will need to roll attacks inside the last 20K or so. Yeah, so the peloton is chasing here. We do have a couple of known sprinters, but we don't have any big brand name sprinters here today, which is going to make for a weird stage tomorrow because it's pan flat, I think, tomorrow. Let's take a look at that. 2026, stage 5, Thursday. It is not pan flat. I lied. Wow. I guess just looking at that little blue thing that shows us flat, this is going to be a weird one. Look at tomorrow. Actually, I'm excited now. Super rolly, climbs all day for the first 90 kilometers. They got a category 4 at the beginning, a second category 4, and then all these other climbs get no categorization. And they're harder. So like this, the Saint Laurent de Chamoisette, 5 kilometers at 4.6. That's harder than the first 2 climbs put together. This climb here that gets no categorization. This one here, 8.1 kilometers at 3.5%. That's probably harder than the first 2 climbs put together. How about this guy, 5.3 kilometers at 5%, no categorization. What are you guys doing? I would categorize all of them. Why is there 6 categorized today and only 2 tomorrow? Weird. But it's set up for a sprint finish. Breakaway. Okay, I'm a lot more excited about the stage now because I was just going to say that I may not do tomorrow's stage if it's just pan flat. I just went with the little blue symbol here that we're seeing on the events there. Dude's 63.8 Ks to go. We're probably only 13 kilometers away from where we start descending for the day. So the last part of this race is going to be very, very quick. Eddie's asking, how big is Canada by land? I think technically we're the second biggest country in the world. I don't actually know how the square... Is it 10 million square kilometers or something like that? I don't even know. I think Russia is obviously the big... Still called Russia? Do we still call it that? Am I allowed to call it that? Am I allowed to say that word out loud? Russia, Russia, Russia. I did. Pinoy, X-Men, Messier, and PK Subban are saying this is the best Stanley Cup Finals. You don't know who's going to win. Yeah, dude. I haven't really watched it this year, to be honest. Last year I watched every second, all the way right to the end. I loved it last year. I think my new passion for baseball, which is kind of, I haven't been on it as much lately, and Sail GP. Sail GP. Let's talk about that, guys. Sail GP. Dude, those catamarans... Dude, I probably watched 3 hours of videos last night. I'm watching the New York race. I think they call it Mubadala. It's a really weird word. It's Mubadala. There you go. Look it up. They sail right off of Governor's Island. 6-man crew, ladies, and whatever you identify as. We're all inclusive here. And just got to say that out loud for some reason. I don't know why. I don't really care. 6-member crews, although they can reduce crew size. They talked about that yesterday. If the winds are light, they will reduce crew size. The boats, they're all F50s, whatever that means. Catamaran F50s. All identical. So everyone's racing with the same gear. It's who can sail the best. Who's got the best strategist. I love the word strategist. There's someone on the boat called the strategist. It's kind of like the overlord, if you ask me. I think there's 2 grinders. There's the captain or the steerer, the driver. I think they call it the driver. They don't call it the captain. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. And these boats, ships, they're big. They're whipping around up to speeds of 100 kilometers an hour, which is like 60 miles an hour. And they accelerate like that. It is so fast. The starts are incredible. Guys, if you've never watched it, the starts are like so tense. Here's my question for you yachting fans out there. Is it as fast as America's Cup? I have a feeling that F50's faster. I have watched a little bit of the America's Cup stuff. I know Aaron's mentioned a lot, Luna Rossa. The F50 stuff is just mind-blowing. Rail Woods was the Canadian. Dan Martin, yeah, the Irishman, both retired. Okay, Choo-Choo and Stanley Cup. Yeah, if you're going to watch the playoffs, yeah, Game 7 is what you want. Rail, yeah, where's Lake Agassiz? Dude, right now, I would not be able to tell you. A geologic question, where exactly was Lake Agassiz? As I forget. Also, were there post-glacial Neolithic lakes near you, Colin, that don't exist anymore? Post-glacial, so the glaciers, the last glacial period would be probably 13,000 years ago. Post-glacial Neolithic lakes. Well, dude, all this stuff around here, if you come here, I might be able to show you a little bit. Well, I mean, these were carved out by the glaciers, but like all the terrain back here, if you go to Drum, if you come to this part of the world out here, we call this all pot and kettle topography out here. You'll start seeing, it's kind of hard to see it here, but when you're driving through it, you'll see it. It's just swales everywhere, and there's ponds everywhere. Everywhere there's ponds. It's like, why are these ponds all here? It's because basically rocks were dropped out of the glaciers, the glacial ice sheets that were here, and just left a big rock, and it's caused a depression in the ground that's still there 10, 12,000 years later. The glacial ice sheets, guys, basically extended right down here to the border between Alberta and the US here into Montana. I've been down here quite a few times, and to Great Falls. Love Great Falls. And across the Calgary area, ice would have been anywhere from 1 to 2 miles thick. Just think about that, 1 to 2 miles thick of ice. Yeah, we will go back into a glaciation period again at some point. We will. And all the stuff that you see here, it's kind of like, it's really bizarre when you think about it. Like, we're just like a tiny little pipsqueak. You know, like, we're like 1 second of geological history. The human race. We're nothing. We don't mean anything. I'm just going to kill myself now. Just kidding. We don't really mean anything in the big scheme of things. We've been around such a short period of time. Okay, Rail, that's a good question. I will look that up later. Aaron saying post-glacial lake, I think more to the east near the Great Lakes. Dude, I'll be honest, something I don't know a ton about. Rail, dude, you might be right. I'm thinking the same thing too. When you said that, there something started going. Was it Lake Winnipeg, guys? There's gigantic lakes here in Winnipeg. There's Lake Winnipeg itself, and then I think we call this one Lake Manitoba, the smaller one. These are big lakes. Big lakes. Winnipeg Oasis here. This is some wild country up through here, guys. Duck Mountain's really nice too. Like, dude, it's just Canada's kind of weird in places. Like, there's just farmland everywhere, and then there's just big ecological preserves, I guess. Dude, there's a really good book, and it's made by a famous geologist here. I'm going to go pick it up today. I know where I can buy it. It's actually a road tour guide of, I think it's mostly Alberta, of all the cool geological features. And guys, it's something I want to start doing more of. Guys, at the race, we got 60K to go here. I'll just do a quick thing here before someone says this is not cycling content related and gets mad at me. We got 12 riders in our front group, working their way up the Category 4 climb now. It's 2.1 kilometers long at 4.3%. NSN rider grabbing a bottle. Did you guys hear about that Dutchman, the Mr. Arrow? He got disqualified from a race again. He had a bottle down his jersey, which I guess gives him an aero advantage or something, so they kicked him out again. And I guess people are saying that everyone does that. But they're like, you, gone. So, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Whatever. Let me get caught up in the chat here. Love the geology chat. Guys, I got to get really back. You know what? It was probably this time last summer. I went up to Red Deer to buy a geological textbook. I don't have any of my geology textbooks. I thought I did. And I can't find them anywhere. They're somewhere in this house. I want just a really, really thick geology textbook. Maybe I just got to order one online. I'm going to do that. Amazon, here I come. Colin Learns the World. I like that, Eddie. Eddie, that's the kind of stuff I think about when I'm like riding my bike, walking around outside, doing my job, drives. Eddie saying Colin shows us his part of his country. Maybe next time we show him part of our country. Dude, I'd love to do that. I think that stuff's so fascinating. Do like a little mini deep dive on a country, cool geological features, the geography, the weather. I love extremes. Guys, I know you like this stuff too. I know you do, because we all kind of talk about it. Dave's saying there are fairies everywhere. I have no idea what that means. Oh, fairies. Okay, dude. Yeah, Aaron, could be Lake Winnipeg as likely to be glacial. Yeah, dude, they say all this stuff back. You're like, dude, this is all carved out by the last glaciation. All the Great Lakes, which are fantastic, which I stumbled into yesterday when I was sitting here by myself. Yeah, this little isolated remnant here. I actually looked at this yesterday. I was trying to remember a crazy US-Canadian border. And guys, I'm really fascinated by borders too. There's so many cool things in the world of like, why did they do that? But for all my American buddies, my American bros, Angle Inlet here. Like, take a look at this. Here's our border. Here's the 49th parallel, right? Basically flat where we can put it. You know, through the Great Lakes, yada, 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 whatever, right? This one here, we're going to jut it up. Let's jut it up. And so there's an isolated U.S. town up here somewhere, Angle Inlet. And I think during COVID, they were extremely isolated. The only way you can get to it is by driving through Canada. Borders all shut. Yeah, that's just another really weird one there. It's kind of the same as Anglemont, Tawasin and Point Roberts. Yeah, this place here. The only way you can drive to it is by going through Canada. And during COVID, insanity and with border restrictions, they're making it harder and harder for people to get here. The sad thing is, we got Canadians here in Tawasin. That's probably a First Nations name, guys. And there's a big ferry terminal. I worked here for a couple days one time when I was really young. That's why I remember the area so well. I'm like, we're right at the U.S. border. Point Roberts looks really nice. With these weird border restrictions and stuff, and like during COVID, they're making it hard for people to live here. And the sad reality is most of the people that, you went to school in Point Roberts, you dated a girl that lived in Tawasin, and vice versa. Like in the 50s, do you think this border mattered in the 50s? Like, look at it. Here's the border. Let's go on this one where we can actually get a street view. That's it. That's the border. Okay, it's probably... there's border access right there. I can see on the sign. We're just hanging out on Delano Way. To Delano Way. Like, that's the border. So yeah, you live in this house here, you're dating the girl across the road. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Like, what's gonna... So guys, there's people here, they're like, these restrictions and that. I remember Americans, they're like, I live in Canada and I work here because I'm American. And they're ruining my business. It's just really goofy. Just something I was thinking about. Anyway, guys, back to the race. We got 57 kilometers to go here. Give that a refresh. Yeah, 57 to go. We've been racing for 2 hours and 35 minutes. Yeah, so back to what you said, Eddie. I love discovering new places, geography, geology, weather I like a lot. I like extreme weather. I'm going to make a list. I'll start making a list. I'm going to start being Mr. Notes. I'm going to start talking to myself and making notes. I like extreme weather changes. I like extreme winds. Mount Washington. Yeah. Dave says, please like, share, and tell others. Inside Cycling World. I was talking about Pop-Tarts yesterday with Kelly. She sent me some reel or something, and I'm like, well, I hate to break it to you, but sometimes a supper for me would be, honestly, like a bowl of cereal, frosted, the mini wheats. Frosted mini wheats and maybe 2 packs of Pop-Tarts later. Like, I live on garbage. Aaron, okay, this is a while ago. I have not seen any live racing yet, so this must be a while ago. Called as limits. You're on your limit. Okay, Rail's got some good stuff this year. The breaking of those large Canadian post-glacial lakes caused global sea rise, and the disruption of the sea currents in the Neolithic could be one to the causes of the giant flood myths. Dude, there's I believe some of those flood myths. Like, totally, dude. I think it's called Lake Missoula. I listened to a guy named Randall Carlson. If there's any Randall Carlson fans here, let me know. You're going straight to the top of this channel. I love Randall Carlson. He is not a geologist. I barely am anymore, so I don't care. I don't think a piece of paper makes you educated on any topic. So I think he took geology in the 60s and bombed out of school. He might have been a pothead. Who knows? I don't care. You do you. He is so smart, and his depth of knowledge on anything geology, geography, catastrophe related is insane. The data that he can pull up out of his brain. There was like a gigantic ice dam here. I think it's across, there's a giant lake here, Lake Missoula somewhere, and it's an ancient lake. I don't know if it even exists anymore. And apparently it let go one day, like a flood wave, like several hundred feet wide, went racing across the land. And it's kind of, actually it might be all this stuff up here, I don't know. I'll have to get back into him again, guys. But yeah, Randall Carlson, look him up. He's got some great YouTube videos, some great podcasts. You can just listen to him for hours. He talks about all this stuff. He's seeing like geological features of like wave deposits way up high on valleys, letting you know how high the waves were back then. And people say, it's gradualism versus catastrophism. I think it's both. It can happen really slow or it can happen really fast. And you see that when you see like news coverage from the States of floods. It's like, look at all the damage that got caused from like 6 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. And in the right conditions, it can wipe out houses, wipe out river hillsides, Imagine a wave that's 200 or 300 feet high. Yeah, not 6 inches of rain. Anyways, guys, I could go on about that forever. Yeah, back on the Randall Carlson. I'm going to get back into his podcast today. Look him up, guys. Yeah, Rail, if you're into that, you must be interested in Randall Carlson because there are a lot of flood myths, but I think a lot of those flood myths are probably real. Yeah, virtual sticky bottle, guys. Eddie Flo shows a lot of bike racing. Like, there's a lot of BMX racing right now. There's a lot of downhill right now. Rail saying over here in Europe, it was mainly through opening of the Baltic Sea to the Atlantic. Yeah, dude, Dogger Bank. Rail, you're my bro. You're my bro. Dudes, let's talk about that for a second. Over here, this is all connected. This is the Dogger Bank right here. Somewhere between the Netherlands and England here. In here, I think they found old spear deposits, like spears, ancient artifacts. They were dragging the seafloor for some reason and found it. And if you lower the sea level a little bit, this is all exposed. People lived here in the past, in this water. So, sea level rise. Yeah, it's normal. It's kind of normal. It's happened before. A lot of people live near the sea line, though, so got to be careful about that. I don't see anyone drowning yet, though. Okay, back to racing, guys. 53.5 Ks ago, we still have 12 riders in our front group. 2 NSN riders here, Frigo and Bennett together. 2 Movistar riders, Sam Watson, Quinn Simmons, Andreas Kron, Pablo Castilla. We're all Garcia Prino, our 2 riders, and Mr. Lars Craps himself, Jordan Jagat, Vircher, Castellon. They will be starting the descent soon, guys. Visma's now on the front with Ineos doing a lot of work. Lidl Trek has 3 riders up there. Excuse me. Decathlon has 3 riders up there too. You guys are trying to control this, maybe dial this back in a little bit. Maybe letting it get a little too far now. Virtual KOM right now, it's Clement Brazafonso with 17 points. And we're going to still keep rolling here. Yeah, guys, I got to catch up. Yeah, we're on sticky ball, guys. Sorry. I'm looking at the comments, just reading it. Expo 76. Aaron, you're right. Yeah, I said 67. I flipped it in my brain. 76, you're right. Okay, we're learning about Sarawak in Malaysia. Hope the ice hotel isn't an option, Colin. Yeah. Yeah, Brunei. It's on I think it's on the north coast of Borneo. Oh, dudes, I got Brandon McNuggets. Okay, oh, dudes, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. I can't believe we have 40 people here watching me today. It's kind of, weird. Charles Pester from Okotoks. I will do some research and post what we can do for a future event. I'm looking for new names. I always like to see a new name in here. Oh, yeah, guys, we went deep. Sir Bike a Lot. Tom Crab may be related to Tim Crab. Yeah, dude, that's my thought too. When I see that name, I go, that guy? So Tim Crab, author of The Rider, the greatest cycling book ever written. Dude, I may need to do a reread of it. I think I started reading it years ago and I never finished it, so I'll be honest about that. So that's Sir Bike a Lot. Former, what can we call Sir Bike a Lot? I like to give him a name. He was our fly on the wall inside of World Tour cycling cars. Deep inside the he was in the back seat. I think he was a mechanic. I'm guessing he was a mechanic, racing out there, doing wheel changes. Johnny Gonzo's here. Yeah, Rail, exactly. Watson was the guy yesterday who was doing the David Miller to his bike. Yeah, dude, it looked like he was going to smash it, didn't it? I think he was getting ready to smash it into the ditch, and then he went, okay, I'm just going to put it down. Kind of half smash. He realized he had $20,000 in his hand and thought, I better not do that. Yeah, David Miller. I read both his books. He's very honest about what he did. I love the guy. He's kind of weird, but I probably love him more as a cyclist. I love a time trialist. Like a Filippo Ganna type guy. It's like, what happens, guys, what happens when Poggy is out riding and he meets Ganna on the road and they're not pro cyclists? Ganna just absolutely drops him on the flats. Ray Valiente, amigo, good morning. How is Del Toro going? Dudes, we got, just a refresher, 12 guys up the road. Del Toro is safely ensconced in the peloton. They are 1 minute and 30 seconds back. Hey, Ray, where you from? Where are you from, Ray? Ray Valiente, we'll put you on the pin map. Rail saying that Miller was a hothead, loved to argue in the breaks. Yeah, dude, I remember him. I think he would throw hands up in the air all the time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ray Valiente needs a pin. Yeah, I'm not sure where he's from. Just got to catch up, guys. I got to catch up. I'm so far behind right now. I'm sorry. We got some soccer talk going on here. Rail saying the best obscure things about Canada are Alert Station and the Landsat. Landsat Island, is that the one where there's the war? Actually, I think there's a full peace treaty now. Is that the one? There is, guys, there's an island. Dudes, I got to see quickly. It's up here somewhere. Somewhere in this vicinity. Without me searching for it. Maybe it's here. It's an island up here somewhere. And I think it's the Dutch and the Canadians have been at war for years. Fighting over it. So I think maybe it's here. Maybe it's this one. I wish I had a name. Give me a name in this island. I don't even get a name. There's nothing up here. Yeah, a war between the Dutch and the Canadians. I think one side would drop off schnapps or something, and the Canadians would drop off Canadian rye, and they'd just change the flag every time they go. Just kind of a... But they actually declared... It was kind of an official war, and they just signed a full peace treaty years ago. And it was actually brought up a lot in our House of Commons, kind of as a lighthearted moment to stop all the bickering and bantering back and forward. Yeah, Greenland, guys. This is where the Vikings were. The Vikings were here. That's why it was called green. I think I brought this up in the past, guys. We have 48 kilometers to go, 1 minute, 11 seconds back. There's now evidence there. They found archaeological preserves. They were growing, I think it was barley there. That's how much warmer it was in that, I guess we call it the medieval warming period, which would be essentially from, say, 900 to about 1300. Then we went into, what do we call it? I guess the Little Ice Age. And yeah, the Vikings said, those big, tough, bad Vikings said, we're out of here. We got to go. We got to go. They left. They made it as far as here. Somewhere down in here into Newfoundland. I'm just looking to see if the name will flash up. It's something Meadows. Guaranteed they have Viking longhouses here. And there's also talks that they could have been in here somewhere too. There's talks that they actually came here. I'm kind of like, sure, if they made it here, why couldn't they have just sailed their boats to the next island and the next one? Sure they did. Sure they did. They just haven't found enough remains yet. I believe that 100%. Back to the race, guys. 12 hours in our break, 111 back. Visma on the front. Ineos riding second. Got one rider for Total Energies here, number 214. Just kind of hanging off, dangling off the back of the peloton here. He looks a little bit uncomfortable riding the back. A little twitchy on the corners. I don't know if he's had an incident and now it's making him nervous. Who is that? That is number 214. Rider, I don't know. Alexei for Prost. For team... No, that's not him. That's a Total Energies rider. I got the number wrong. Total Energies... Maybe it was 144? Yeah, okay, my eyes must be really bad. I think they're going to bring it back, guys. I think they're going to be working on bringing it back. There's teams here that need to win. Phil Bauhaus. And look here, we got sprint talk coming up now. How did the sprinters do in their last 8 bunches? So we got Dorian Godon here. This is what they're recognizing as sprinters at the race. Michael Matthews, we discussed. Vermeesh is a sprinter. Kockelman. Sam Watson, we talked about. Here's Bauhaus, Brian Cocard, Hugo Hofstetter, and Wout van Aert. We got some more here who have been identified. Bissinger, they're saying Matteo Trentin, Matteo Jorgensen. Sprinters? Okay, well, maybe. On a certain day. Okay, Aaron's got it. SailGP is great to watch. F50 boats are faster, but not by much. Okay. Lake Agassiz, Monica Seller's backyard. Yeah. Eddie, there's probably lots of sports I want to watch. Like, dude, I am fascinated by yachting now. I'm just going to call it yachting. And I hope there's people that really watch SailGP that just cringe when I say it. I just love saying yachting. Dude, I love it. I love watching SailGP now. SailGP's got a great channel. Dude, you know what they also have? They have SailGP. There's an app. I'm going to look it up today. As I'm watching it yesterday going, this would be really cool to do commentary on. And so they have an app that you can kind of do this. That shows all the locations of the boats, the yachts, the catamarans, the F50s. Replays. I don't know how much you can show. You probably can't show the video, but I'm sure the locations of the boats, and I think they have little pictures of the boats with the flags. I think that'd be so cool to do. Just as an outsider trying to think of what's going on. They actually have screens on the F50s, guys. So 2 sides on the catamaran. They have 2 controls on each side. They're flipping back and forward. And if you look at the sail, there's like a TV screen in there. That's for the strategist to use because remember, when you're watching it, you're seeing the outlines of the course overlaying. You know how they do that now in football. They can show you like the first down line, or in hockey, the fake ads that are on the ice. They have that for SailGP as well. So you can see the boundaries of the course. They need to know where they are. So they're like, okay, we're getting close to the edge. You'll see the umpires come up like Artemis. I think that's a Swedish boat, I think. Went outside of the sailing area. And they'll get like a mini penalty or something. And the penalties are like on the fly, real time. They have a huge umpire crew watching every move. It is awesome. I saw a highlight last night. All the dudes are tethered. So when they're running across the boat on that springy, bouncy trampoline stuff, they're actually tethered in. There's a main line, and they each have a line. So they can't go forward and back. They can only go across because they would tangle lines. This dude fell through somehow. I don't know how fast he was going, but you know how much water hurts. And so he was like skipping off the water. Like, they had to shut the boat down. That guy would have drowned underneath there. It was intense. Like, it was absolutely insane. SailGP is incredible, guys. And I've lost my chat. So yeah, Eddie, dude, I do like sports. It's the Danes. It's the Danes. You're right. It's the Danish and Canadian. Marius de Boer called me out on it. Marius is from, we talked about this, Marius, you're up near Edmonton. Beaumont? Was it Beaumont? I think so. Yeah, guys, sorry my chat skipped here, so I've lost everything. Flocky saying I should apply for a weatherman job. Gonzo Johnny Howe Colin is one of 10 Canadians who knows about the Dogger Banks. Dude, I think that stuff's fascinating. All right here, Fab Cycling. Okay, we're going back in time because Fab Cycling has some interesting Atlantis theories. Carlson does, but Edgar Casey seems more accurate when it comes to Atlantis' location. Yeah, guys, sorry, I touched the screen the wrong way and. Yeah, actually, Dave, I just saw your comment there. There's roads in southern Alberta. They actually closed them down now. What's the U.S. border, whatever they're called? They had it so that, yeah, the Americans and Canadians are just walking back and forth. They're farmers. Like, yo, bro, I broke the something on my ABC 123 tractor. Do you got a part for it? Yeah, dude, I got the oil filter right here. Here, grab it, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. Otherwise, I got to drive 3 hours to town to get the part. Yeah, no worries, dude. We're family. Now they've made it, nope, you can't cross this road anymore. The Canadians from Alberta actually were the ones that took care of the road. And now they can't even do that anymore. So it's like, now what? So they would plow the road in the winter. They would gravel it. I'm trying to get back to where I was, guys. Yeah. Did I see someone talking about lake monsters? Someone just talked about lake monsters. I'm going to scan this quick, guys. Yeah, that's right. Van Schip, that's the Dutch dude. The UCI hates him. Whoa! Groupama guy had to juggle his bottle of gels. He lost it all. He's looking for another one. See if another team gives him one. Nah, dude. Okay, number 2. He got it. Got it. Nice job. Flocky saying big lakes in Canada, but no Loch Ness Monster. Flocky, you will stand corrected, sir. Right here. Dude, look it up. The Ogopogo. So this is Lake Okanagan. Stretches from Vernon. Vernon's, well, I always say that I think Sicamous is kind of the start of the Okanagan. This is like summer central here, guys. Like, we can zoom in. I've been checking this area a lot lately. Once you get in really close, you'll see what I'm saying. You know, all the houses here all have little docks out in front. It's a big lake. I think this lake averages 800 to 1,000 feet deep. And we got Vernon, Kelowna. This is probably some of the hottest areas of Canada. Penticton's very hot. The warmest lake in Canada is a Soyuz here that straddles the U.S. border. What happens here at the border? What happens? This guy? Look at him. Drug runner right here. He's making a break for the border. And he looks like he turned around too. Yeah, he got across. I got a ditcher. That guy just did a full 180 there and he's coming back. Yeah. Yeah, that guy's an American right there. You get back over that border. Yeah, dudes, it's all farming here. It's all fruits, berries. There's a gigantic climb here coming up out of the Soyuz. And we got a Sasquatch statue up here. We better take a look at that. Can we take a look at the Sasquatch statue? There he is right there, folks. Sasquatch is on the move. I love it. Okay, guys, back to the race. 12 riders up front, down to 1 minute and 9 seconds now. Back to the peloton. Two-door on the front as well. 2 Visma riders. It's kind of a mishmash of teams here. I think, ooh, we got a crash. Looks like a Total Energies maybe. Nope, UAE rider. We got a UAE rider down, guys. Probably going to be a big brand name because UAE has a really good team here. Let's see who that is. Ooh. Actually, I didn't even know this. Ivo Oliveira did not start today's stage. Yeah, so he's down. The motorbike went by him. Camera crew kind of panned on him and just left him. So hopefully we'll see what's going on there. We'll go to Tour Tracker for a second here, guys. Let's see where we are on course. Riding down into the valley system. And I will catch up. Okay, we got a replay of it here. He's on the back. I don't know how he did this. This guy was daydreaming. He was riding third from the back of the group. It's Sam Watson, guys. I saw the white jersey, the black shorts. He was laying in the ditch. Sam Watson's down from our breakaway group. Okay, he was riding third back in that group, and I don't think it was that technical. He was probably thinking about Lake Agassiz, maybe Glacial Lakes, Randall Carlson going, I got to check out those podcasts again tonight. And just, yeah, dude, he just blanked out for a second and is off the road. Shimano Neutral Service came to him. Dude, just take the bike. Take the bike. So he's waiting for a bike. I would have taken the bike. He's very stiff here. Very stiff here. Takes the head unit off. He's not getting back on that unit. Okay, dude, walk it off. Yeah, just on the wrong line. He just rides right off the road. 4th from the back when he went off. So he was 4th in line. He was ahead of, it looks like, a Total Energies and a Movistar rider. That would be in our 13-rider break. Wonder if he's getting back on. He does have a bike now. Looks a little ticked off. He looks very stiff. Yeah. Okay. Aaron, does the UCI really hate Ship, or is that just his perception? Yeah, dude, I don't really know if I was buffed about it. Okay, his right leg on his hamstring, he's lost a lot of shorts there. I don't know. I guess a rule's a rule, right? There's always that. He's fiddling with his shoes. I think his shoes are kind of a bit broken. Wasn't it Poggy? No, it was Machu. Yeah, his shoes are broken. His upper boa thing is broken off. Remember Machu a couple years ago crashed in a breakaway and rode to the finish? I think he won with a broken shoe. Yeah, so that's what it is. He's like, they're out to get me, and a lot of people are saying that. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about the story. He's the guy that has those crazy weird handlebars, which kind of look like they shouldn't be allowed. And I guess having a bottle down the front of your jersey is technically against the rules. Okay, we got another slow-mo here of a rider. Hopefully not another crash. Yeah. Okay, he's signaling for the race official's car to come through. He needs something from behind. 161. Who is that? I don't know why that was an action replay. 161. George Bennett. He's in that white jersey. It's hard to spot him. It's not an NSN team kit. Kind of like the Champions kit or whatever. Yeah, dude, back here. Fab saying comedy. This is what's wrong with the planet. We need to bring the comedy back. Well, dude, I hope this is a comedy at sometimes. I kind of consider myself a lifelong comedy. Yeah, dude, I can make a channel. Exactly. Dawn saying we can send pictures of our errors to the Discord. Guys, join the Discord. Inside Cycling World Discord. I got a bunch of different junk in there. Usually I start like a new channel for every race. One's just called Pro Racing, where we talk about kind of everything. And it's kind of like we can do more there than we can actually do here. Yes, Charles got it. We have the Ogopogo. He is similar to Nessie and real. I don't know why they keep showing 161. George Bennett. George Bennett looks like he's by himself now. 11 riders in that front group. It's saying now George Bennett is not in the front group. He's just been picked up by the peloton. Here comes the Visma train with Tudor on the front. Decathlon, UAE. Just got a little glimpse of Del Toro there for Ray Valiente. Did Ray say where he's from? Just gonna catch up for the chat here, guys. Yeah, I lost all the chat, and then I saw some cool comments, so I went back. Rail saying the craziest borders, however, in Bangladesh. Oh, dude, Belgium, Netherlands has the most insane borders of all time. Dudes, I will look at that right now. I don't care what anyone says. We're gonna zoom out quickly. We're gonna go to Netherlands and Belgium, flying around the world. Yeah, it's up in here somewhere. Like, insane borders. I wonder if right here. Here it is. This is the most insane borders on the planet right here, to me. These little enclave. Like, here, look at this. This is a Netherlands enclave, exclave, whatever you say, inside of Belgium. And, dudes, it's probably the size of, like, my backyard. Look at this. I have more land than this is here, and someone decided way back when, no, this is Dutch territory right here. There must have been an old house or something here of some famous dude. Wow, look at that. That looks like a crater or something to me, doesn't it? Yeah, I bet you it is. And this one here would be a Belgium one inside of the Netherlands. And it gets even wackier in this town up here. This town right here. Barl Hertog. Yeah, like, so we're now in the Netherlands, but this little place here, De Bergens, Dranken, Handel, Hofnagels, NV, whatever that is, this is Belgium. No. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the Netherlands inside of Belgium, which is inside of the Netherlands. Like, come on, dudes. So there's one beer store that's Dutch inside of Belgium, which is inside of the Netherlands. Like, that is just insane. Here, it's probably easier to see it this way. So here's this little whatever inside of this, which is on the other side of the border. Okay. Why did you guys do this? Why did you guys do this? Now, that's some of the craziest borders to me. So I think you might be talking about the same area, Rail. You've got a different name for it, though. Sittard Geleen, so it's probably something similar. Dudes, I'm catching up. Yeah, dude, you're right, X-Men. There is a library in Vermont that's separated by the border. That's 100% true. And we're back to Randall Carlson here. Yep. Okay, Dogger Bank. We're going to roll through that quickly, guys. Yeah, sticky bottle. This is my worst sticky bottle of all time. Charles saying research into a cycling camp. I'd love to go to a cycling camp, actually. Just meet up with a bunch of dudes I don't know that are, hey dudes, what's your level? Like, I would want to go to one that's kind of, okay dude, what's your FTP? How much do you ride? So I don't get slaughtered. Gotta keep reading. Okay, Eddie's saying route of Tour Langkawi out on July 1 probably. Yep, the Danes and the Canadians fighting. Flocky's asking, anyone been to Baffin Island? Dude, yeah, that'd be a place to go. Yeah, Aaron, Newfoundland dog breeds. Yeah, there's a Newfoundlander, we call him. It's like a big, black, shaggy, long-haired dog. Fab Cycling, you had an amazing... Dude, that one. Yeah, dude, that one there. You had an amazing example of the power of floods recently when the Tracy Arm collapsed in Alaska a couple of weeks. It was only a couple of weeks ago. Dude, there's ancient... I don't know if it's ancient, and I think Randall brings it up, or I've seen a documentary, where you can see where the trees have all been knocked down. Hundreds and hundreds of feet up the walls. Kind of like a fjord. I think we might be talking about the same thing, but apparently it happened again. Guys, it doesn't take a lot. And you can get monstrosity of waves. And just imagine you're like a village, a tribe of people living there 9,000 years ago. And you just see this wall of water. And it really was a wall of water. It wasn't just like what we see now where, 10 inches of rain in 3 hours. And basically the cities are freaking out. And people are getting flooded. It was like an absolute wall of water coming over their heads. It would have been a catastrophe. Iceland is very green, and Greenland is very icy. Indeed. Video's gone. Today's geography, history, and geology class has been interspersed with cycling, chat, Colin's multi-educational channel. Charles, you know what's funny? People ask me, like, what's your channel about? Because people ask me. The guy that came to buy my Porsche, he said, dude, I looked you up. He was a cop. He goes, I wanted to see what your background was. He goes, yeah. He goes, you got a YouTube channel. Hi. He goes, yeah, I looked you up. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I said it's kind of like a variety show now. That's what I'm trying. Like the Jerry Lewis telethon. I might do that one of these days. I'll have some guests come on and some personalities. Johnny's saying that he has a theory that the people of Atlantis were different than us physically. Dude, I'm a real... whatever. I like to think outside the box. Graham Hancock. Why couldn't there have been a civilization before us that got wiped out? I'm not saying they were space aliens. I'm not saying they were flying around in space cars. But they could have been like, say, the medieval times. They could have been like Europe in 1700s, just starting to get there, but really not. Why not? Sentinel Islands, guys. Sentinel Islands. Look it up. There's people that basically live in the Stone Age still on this planet. Like, that is kind of mind-boggling. And I don't even really know. I think there's a movie on Netflix right now that documents the dude that went to the Sentinels, and I think he got killed. I'm pretty sure. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a small island chain off the coast of India. I think it's actually off the coast of Sri Lanka. That's another good one, dude. There's a huge civilization just off the coast of India, and I forget exactly where, guys. This is stuff that's gone in my brain and out and been replaced with SailGP lately. It's all there. It's all there. Civilizations that were talked about, and archaeologists, there's no civilization known there. And then dudes are like, well, I went fishing and I dragged this up from the bottom of the ocean. That must have been dumped there. And now they're going, yeah, there was something there. There was something there. Lemuria, I love it. Yeah, I love Lemuria too. Yeah, back to Dogger Banks, dude. I love the chat, dude. I love the fact that you guys have similar interests to me. Whether you agree with them or not, it's just I like learning about it. Some of the stuff I think is total garbage. Some of it I think is very fascinating, and I don't think we should discount it just because some guy with a piece of paper that's never been there says it doesn't exist. Boom. Bang time. Eddie's saying in sailing, the sailor needs to know how to control the wind. Yeah, they were talking to Bonds, Ruse. That's Australia, of course, sailing superstars. Yeah, he's reading the water. He goes, I'm watching the waves. I'm seeing the wind gusts. You can watch the race. You can see the wind gusts on TV. But they also have a screen there, so they know. They're constantly looking at the screen. There's like a TV, probably about like that big, that they're looking at, like to know, are we still in balance? It's awesome. I'm just going to catch up, guys. I got to catch up. And I think I might need a quick nature break here. We've got 26 kilometers to go. Yep, the crash was imminent. Oh, Aaron's got the best comment here. Watson was thinking about Lorena Viva's level sprint he was going to need in the finish. Do you think he could out sprint Lorena? I don't know. X-Men saying Tour Tracker says Watson got a front tire puncture. Okay, so maybe that's what caused him to crash. Yeah, dude, you know the way he was going around the corner, he kind of just slid off the road. But it was at speed. Barl, Nassau, and Barl, Herzog, indeed, from Johnny. Yeah, dudes, I think it when I was doing... it was when I did my CX videos. I spent so much time looking there. Like, probably more... I'm as interested in that as much as I am in the CX race. 25Ks to go. And dudes, it's going to be a quick nature break here. One last sip of the cold coffee. I'll be right back. Back inside the 10x10 cube of Cycling Dominance and Training Excellence Center here, guys. Looks like this front breakaway group has started to decide to get rammy with each other. A little bit of separations here in the group right now. 2 riders off the front, actually. Let's get a little refresh on this. They're all fighting to stay together now. Dude, I need more topics. Dudes, I think about so many topics every day, things to discuss. Dude, I could probably spend 2 to 3 hours every day doing research on all the things I want to talk about. And that's kind of how I want this to be. I don't want this to just be 100% cycling. And this is how I did it last year too during the Tour de France. I talked about whatever I felt like. I kept it clean. Never sworn once on here. And that's how I'm going to keep it. I can swear as much as you want off camera, but... yeah, we can talk about Belgian beers from Flocky here. I'm just going to catch up, guys. So much great chat here. Rail saying, was it Draka in India? That's there, Atlantis. I forgot the name of the city, but it went underwater like... Yeah, dude. Rail, we need to have a meeting of the minds here. Me and Rail need to sit down, have some fine Polish beers, and have a discussion. Dude, we could be up all night talking about this stuff. I think I am caught up here, guys. I love it. Any comments I missed, dudes, I'm sorry about. I just had to catch up. Bill Nye Bike Chat. Dude, I love it. Aaron, I took a small boat up the Tracy Arm to the south. Oh, wow. Yeah, dude, I love watching when glaciers calve, too. The stuff I watch, I hope you watch the same things as me and I'm not just crazy by myself. Yeah, watching glaciers calve off chunks of ice. Dude, like, can you think about it? Like, a small chunk probably weighs a couple tons coming off. It kicks up a wave. Imagine when, like, the whole glacier goes gadoosh. That's what gadoosh is. It's gadoosh. That wave is just coming. Aaron's saying the catch will occur at about 3 kilometers. Yeah, I think the break's done, guys. The break is done. They're bringing them back here right now. There's a lot of teams here. This might be their only day to win. Clean mouth, dirty mind, fine, fine. Dude, Dave, exactly. Exactly. I'm actually telling myself sometimes, yeah, swear less. Swear less. Cycling, get out on your bike and explore the world while getting to know the topography. Exactly, dude. Does a fine beer exist? I guess a more elaborate compote might be better. Dude, I don't know what a compote is. Let's explain that. Spicy food and cooking is something I love. Charles, I love spicy food. I love it. Indian foods, spicy, love it. Obviously, Mexican foods, I love it. Thai food, spicy, yeah. If I had to pick, I think if I had to pick one food, like nationality, and I know, guys, there's a lot of crossover, I would just say Mexican right away. It's kind of got everything I want. It can be kind of bland. It can be kind of spicy at the same times. Indian food is so spicy, though. And I don't mean spicy hot. I mean just maybe I need it turned down a little bit. I think North American food is kind of bland, really. Yeah, love spicy food. Hot sauces, yeah, dude, love hot sauces. Flocky's talking about Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Prussia for most contested borders. Yeah, spicy food not usually on a bike racer's diet menu. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, guys. Dumoulin dumps out on course. Guys, it's saying here now we have just over 20 kilometers to go. I'll get the tour tracker going a bit better here. So we're going to be heading in a northeasterly direction. So now I'm looking over to this screen here. Then take a hard corner and head due south. Just over at about 11 kilometers, we're going to be turning south here. I didn't actually check out the weather today, did I? Weather during the race? Not bad. It's okay out there. This would be a fine summer day in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Max temp 21. Our weather today kind of sucks. It's been raining through the night. It's 9 degrees Celsius. I know it's early in the morning, but look through the day. It's 10, 11 degrees today. Just rain off and on. Kind of a day to just, yeah, do your thing. So today I'm actually heading up to Lacombe. It's a town up the road here. My sister lives there. My mom's there right now. So we're going to go out for lunch today and check out some stuff. While we're at it here, guys, here's something else I've been into lately. Kind of lost right now. I don't know why I looked at banks. Why was I looking at banks? Trying to see where I am. I'm the blue dot, remember? My sister's up here in Lacombe. This has been voted as the #1 place to live in Alberta. Really cool buildings here, guys. I just want to show you what it looks like. I really like old towns. This is the vibe. So, okay, maybe not there. Okay, so that's one direction. You have to come more down here. This is like Old Town Alberta, you know. And I know, guys, Europeans, it's not that old, but they do have some really funky. Our buildings here are all in the prairies, all built out of the sandstone because it's everywhere. So a lot of cool old buildings here, a lot of historic houses that are protected now. So yeah, I'll be coming here today. But the reason why I was actually looking at this, I saw some cool little towns. Where's Red Deer? I'm so lost right now. Where's Big Valley? There's Ardley. Big Valley, where are you? I lost it. I found a little place out here. There's Stettler. Nevis. That's Stettler. I'm lost. Fen, Big Valley. Here it is. Yeah, I was checking out Big Valley today. Guys, why? This building's for rent. This is an old bank. An old bank here could be the future home of Inside Cycling World. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. But But I did see a little town out here called Red Willow. It's just nothing. Where was it? Yeah, it's somewhere out here. Guys, like this here, there's nothing out here. Really nothing out here. Back to the racing, guys. 17.4 kilometers to go here. We've got 17.5 on PCS, 17.1 on Tour Tracker. We are entering the flat segments here, and we've got 39 seconds is the gap with 17 kilometers to go. The big boys better be on the front right now, trying to pull this group back. Finn Fisher Black is in this group. It's going to be interesting. So we got Quinn Simmons, Finn Fisher Black. I'm kind of thinking these guys are going to start fighting each other soon. They do all know if they do that, that they're probably going to be caught. So they're probably going to work together as long as they possibly can. I think Lars Kraps is a bigger dude. He is a bigger dude. Doesn't have a lot of PCS points. Okay. Yeah, they're showing a long straight road right now. And the Peloton's bearing down on them right now. Peloton is bearing down. Visma kind of sitting a little bit further back. There might be one Visma boy on the front here. Yeah, one Visma guy on the front. The rest of the team a little bit further back. Trying to see all the other riders there. UAE nowhere near the front. Okay, just going to have a look at that there. 39 seconds. Where would they be on course here? Yeah, there's just a long straight road here. They can see each other right now. So we'll just keep an eye on that there. Mexican and Italian will be a toss-up for my fave. Yeah, I like that too. Italian. Yeah, it's pretty hard to beat Italian food, right? Railsing Compote is basically a watered-down juice with various fruits and even some flowers. You can make it from any fruit. But is it alcoholic? Sure it is. Sure it is. Erdinger is the best beer. Dude, yeah, Erdinger. You know what's funny? I think I had a really fine Erdinger. Guys, it's so... I don't know how I get on this stuff. Right here. So, Big Valley. I've talked about this once before. This is where they have the little... that's probably why I got back on it. Here's the old roundhouse. There's the museum here. This is where they have the... You can take a steam train on the weekends in the summertime, and they have a fake robbery. The cowboys come up beside it, rob the train. It's kind of like a show and a dinner. That's how I got talking about it. But it's right here. There's like one restaurant in town. This place. What's it called? What? This must be an old... Or they don't have a sign there. There is a sign. Outriders Restaurant. I think I've had a very fine Erdinger there. A very fine Erdinger in the past. Probably my style of beer too. I kind of like a lighter beer. We got Kent Richardson's here. Hey Kent, where are you from, dude? We got Kent here. What area are they now passing through? Dudes, so we moved out. We started near the Puys this morning. We're kind of more in the central Massif now. We've moved more inland. We've moved more to the west. We were wedged up more here on the eastern side of France. We passed the Puy de Dôme earlier today. We were close to it. Now, I'm not actually sure what our finish down is. It's called Montrond Les Bains. Someone help me out, please. Getting close to the end of the stage. We've only got 14.5 kilometers to go. We are heading in a northeasterly direction. It's down to 38 seconds for the break, and I think we've only got 11 guys left in the break. 10 guys left in the break. GC riders chasing now. Flow bikes, no feed. This is probably the worst day for Video Veet so far. It started so late, and now I've got a black screen. All I can see is Flow in the very top right-hand corner. So Kent, where are you from? How'd you find the channel? Do you ride bikes? What kind of bikes do you own? I'm going to catch up here again, guys. Got to catch up. Charles saying, agreed, North American food is generally boring. Yeah, I mean, outside of, like, you know, the little cultural hotspots, every town will have their little Italy with good restaurants. But, like, steak, potatoes, veggies, whatever. I mean, I love potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. But, you know. Gonzo Johnny loves all people. Me too. Banks. We talked about TD Bank yesterday. Yeah. Don, the reason I looked at bank there, because that building I just showed you, that was an old bank. So down below is the offices of the bank. The safe is still there. They must have the door like locked open in the open position. You can rent the space out apparently. That's why I started looking at it. Travels with Tony's here. Soylent Green. Dave's mentioning Soylent Green. It's a movie I've been talking about watching again lately. And guys, I have no video feed at all now. Does anyone else have video feed? 14 kilometers to go. 39 seconds. Frigo, Castellon, Vircher, Jagat, Craps, Garcia, Perino, Castrillo, Crone, Fisher, Black, and Simmons holding on for dear life here. I think I'll put you back on this one, guys, just so we can see the dots moving at least something here since we have zero video feed now. Aaron's pulling for Quinn in the break, then Finn. Yeah, dudes, I think for this break to survive, they're going to have to blow each other apart right now, like end the truce, which is going to help them get caught probably easier. One or two may be able to escape, and the peloton might say, yeah, fine. They might. But there's teams in the peloton, the GC peloton, that this is a stage to win. They won't have... Tomorrow's a flat stage as well, but remember, the beginning part of tomorrow's stage is kind of wacky. I would say it's something like this. A lot of climbing at the first part, and then flat finish. Not as flat as you think. Yep, ketchup. Yeah, North American food is hamburgers, hot dogs, you know, beef, chicken, whatever. Nothing crazy. I like spice. Oh, I guess if you ferment a compote, it can become alcohol, but generally it's not. Okay. Drew's asking who's late to the party. Drew, you are. Drew's late to the party. Aaron's saying compote's never intentionally alcoholic. Okay. How about a cauliflower with hot sauce? Dude, I would eat that. Definitely. Cauliflower with sriracha is good, dude. Yeah, anything. Always keep a Scotch bonnet sauce in the cupboard. Scotch bonnet. What pepper is that made from? I know I looked this up in the past. They're now turning to the southerly direction, guys. No video feed. I'm gonna guess if you guys are watching your own feed, it's all black right now, right? Because Flo just gets this feed from the World Tour. Drew. No, it was just dealing with eBay snags, an omelet, Stanley Cup highlights. Then, oh yeah. Okay, Drew. Good to see you, man. Soylent Green is people, indeed. Was the movie called Soylent Green? Charlton Heston? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Charlton Heston. Soylent Blue for Gonzo. Rail saying some very culinarily cultured people over here. I'm culinary uncultured. Yeah, me too, dude. I mean, I like food, but I barely cook good food. I eat crap food. I'm not a man of the world, even though I am inside Cycling World. I am not a man of the world. Fine dining, stuff like that. It's kind of over my head. I don't really eat weird stuff. And I don't, by weird, just things. I've never eaten frogs. I've never eaten snails. Generally, I don't like seafood. Probably because I'm from the prairies. Like, it's just not... If I lived in a part of the world where it was a part of the diet, I'd eat it. Travels Tony. Birds around Seattle getting drunk off fermenting, rotting berries in late August. Yeah, animals can do that. Yeah, no feed. Aaron's saying no feed. Just talk. What's up? I don't know. Going to the finish line, guys. Now at 10 kilometers to go here. I'm going to zoom in all the way, guys, just so you can see it. You can see how close together they are here on the map. One group of riders, that's the breakaway going through a roundabout. They're under 10 kilometers. Peloton just coming through at 10 kilometers now. That same roundabout. Yeah, no feed. Scotch bonnet is its own pepper. Okay, I didn't know. I thought it might have been just a name for another varietal. I think that's what they say, varietal. Yeah, race coverage grade today is at best C minus for ASO. Rattlesnake tastes good and turtle. Yeah, dude, I've never had any of those foods. Escargot is a salty snack. Dude, it just looks kind of, I don't know. I guess the visual look at snails, I'm like, I just look at them and I go, long pause. Ponder my life for a little bit. Do I really need to eat snails? Not really. I guess I could eat mosquitoes. Where's that thing? It's in one of the lakes in Africa where all the cichlids are. Kind of in the Rift Valley system, where they have like swarms of bugs. Like the sky is black. They go out there with nets, scoop them up for hours on end. Like the biggest swarms of bugs I've ever seen. And what's the break now? 32 seconds. It's 15 seconds now for the break. It's going to be a bunch sprint. It's going to be a diminished bunch sprint, I think. No video feed. I hate this right now. I can't see the race at all. And then they make bug patties, like bug burgers out of them. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Dawn grew up eating snails and chicken feet. Good stuff. Dawn, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, like chicken hearts and cow tongues. And I mean, I live in cattle country, guys. Some of the world's best beef is probably from Alberta. I don't eat cow tongue. Nah, not doing that. I just figure I can eat something else. I'm not starving. Rail found the last year's potatoes for the last weird Polish word that I don't know. It's hard to explain what those are. They're made from cooked mashed potatoes, flour. Dude, I would like that. Yeah, mashed potatoes, dude. I could eat mashed potatoes as a meal. Dave, I can no longer tolerate shellfish. Escargot is fantastic from Charles Pester. Yeah. Dude, I think with a lot of these weird foods, big air quotes from Colin there, weird to me, it's about the garlic and the butter and salt. Just throw enough of that on anything and it tastes good. Like if someone said, hey Colin, you gotta eat these bug patties, I'm like, I need about 12 garlic cloves and a pound of butter. I could flavor it up. Sure. Oh, okay. Fish and clams, octopus here in Spain are the bomb. Yeah, I think if you live in a part of the world where that's part of the diet, you just kind of get exposed to it. You don't, okay, I'm going to try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But dude, to go out and eat an octopus today just sounds like, yeah, that's a space alien to me. I think there's a new show on Netflix showing the intelligence of octopuses. I'm going to leave them alone. I like those guys. There's one on Netflix, guys, where, was it Something My Friend or something, where a dude has an octopus friend. He goes scuba diving every day, documents the whole thing. It's really good. And there's another one, too, like how intelligent they are. In the Philippines, we eat every part of the animal. Nothing goes to waste. Are bug burgers, exactly, are they vegetarian? Bicycle Monkey, he's back. Bicycle Monkey ate some mosquitoes last night. My mountain bike ride. Rain, mud, and muggy. Dude, I love it. Yeah, I smashed a few yesterday. Flocky, everyone should try jellied eels. Flocky, I'm out. Jellied eels. Just the sound of it. You know what we got to do? We got to give it a fake name. Like, give it another name, and I might be interested. That name just does not sound appealing to me. Tony had Polish food last week here in Valencia. Yeah, like I like stews. I like pierogies a lot. I like cabbage rolls a lot. That's a big thing here in Alberta. There's a big Ukrainian/Polish community here. We have our Polish Canadian clubs, our Ukrainian Canadian clubs, Danish Canadian, all that kind of stuff, right? I think everywhere has that. Charles is saying absolutely best beef is Alberta. I know Joey was like that too. We travel places. This isn't as good as at home. Hey guys, there is something to be said about Canadian beef and Canadian rye. Guys, no video feed. We're just freewheeling it here. 4.5 kilometers to go. Quinn Simmons did attack. He's been caught down. Caught back. They still have a 20-second break though. This is as of 1 minute ago. I may come back to PCS for a second here and just give it a refresh. Yeah, guys, sorry, I won't be able to do my exciting finish because I can't see anything. All I know right now is we have 10 riders in the break, 18 seconds back to the peloton. We have 4.3 kilometers to go. That is jiving just right here, pretty close with Tour Tracker, 3.5 to go. It's a long, straight run-in. Nothing technical at the finish here, guys. Nothing technical at the finish. Seeing kind of a funky feature here. Look at this. Some old castle here, probably up high on a little bit of a hill. There's like one left-hand bend before it. Yeah, I thought there might be some island in the middle. There's not. Straight shot to the finish. A left-hand bend, and they're into the finish line here. I'm just going to stick with the chat, and you guys can tell me who won. Since I can't be seeing anything out there now. A swarm of gnats yesterday. Oh, yeah. Sausage, bean, potato. Yeah, like a potato soup. Solid food of the earth. I love that kind of food. Aaron saying intelligent animals can still be tasty. People. Persian foods, great stews, the grilled kebab. Yeah, I like kebabs too. I do like that. Tony's wife is Persian, so I've been spoiled. Okay. There is 17 seconds still for the break. Are they going to hang on with 2.6Ks to go? Dude, I think there's a slight chance they might do it because we don't really have big sprint beasts behind us with their main sprint trains here. If Paul Magnier was here, Tim Merlier, Jonathan Milan, these guys would be dead right now because the sprint trains would be in full force. They might survive only because we don't really have big sprinters here. Japanese grilled eel. Yeah, anything to do with eel is kind of disturbing to me. Slightly disturbing. There's no pure sprinters in the breakaways, Eddie. There's really don't have any big name pure sprinters. Michael Matthews. I'm sure Jaco Alula is doing some work right now on the front. Less than 2 kilometers to go right now. Phil Bauhaus, he can sprint. Those are the guys I'd be kind of cheering for right now. Since I can't see them, that's okay. The guys like sushi, I don't eat any sushi. I like my food cooked. I guess I probably look at too much stuff online, reading about parasites and stuff like that. So all that uncooked food, you've got a chance of parasites, weird little worms and stuff growing. Cook it. And if you like that stuff, that's great. Don saying thanks for the coverage in the chat on to Don. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Oh, right here, Fab's saying, growing San Domingo's dads and bird peppers in the patch right now. I'm going to be whipping up a batch of the best mango pepper sauce. Dude, I would love that. What is a dad pepper? Is that what it says? Maybe it's a daddles. Is it supposed to say daddles? I don't know what a San Domingo is. I've heard it. Okay, we're back. We are back. 630 meters to go. Gadoosh, the breakaway is going to survive, guys. The breakaway is going to survive. I'm not watching this anymore. Oh, dude, they're coming fast. They are coming fast. We've been racing for 3 hours and 33 minutes. 2, 4, 6, probably still 9, 10 riders left in that break. I'm going to switch back to PCS. 10 riders still. Holding on for dear life. They've just taken that left-hand band. They got a straight run to the finish line now. They've got it now. Quinn Simmons out of the saddle, sprinting already. The Uno X rider as well. That's Andreas Krohn. I think the chase behind is almost given up now. Quinn Simmons going to the line in first place, guys. Quinn Simmons takes it. Yes! For Captain America. Looks like a Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. Finfisher Black was probably second. And then I think it was Marco Frigo, which we've mentioned those names as possibilities for today. You can see PCS slow. Quinn Simmons won stage, guys. Fist in the air. Movistar rider comes over, gives him a big pat on the back. Love that. Uno X rider comes straight up to him. Andres Krohn. Krohn probably got second there. I love seeing the camaraderie. He should just take his helmet off, smash it on the ground, and get his hair out of it. A goofy little ponytail he has, the man bun he's got going on. Goes straight over, gives a big hug to a Lidl Trek rider here, his teammate. Got the overhead now, a little bit better overhead. Quinn does all the work. Finfisher Black on his wheel, just can't get around him. So, It's going to be Finn. Sorry, Quinn, Finn, and then Frigo. Not Frigo. Frigo is going to get 4th. 3rd place rider. I don't know who that is right now. We're going to find out right away because it's got Quinn Simmons as our winner from Lidl Trek. That's his 8th career pro win. Finn Fisher Black 2nd. And then a white jersey, which would probably be one of the Total Energies guys. Maybe a Movistar guy? I can't tell from here. Unless, okay, there, I got a close-up now. Yeah, it's a Total Energies guy. So it's either Jordan Jagat or Matteo Vircher. It's Vircher. It's popped up on screen right now. Frigo was probably 4th, and then the Movistar rider. Wow. He should be riding a Harley. Like, his chops here, whatever you call this part, are so intense. He's totally taken everything off his chin. Yeah, he is jacked right now. Captain America himself. Love it. Dude, at least we got 650 meters. It's saying Alex Baudin for EF Education Easy Post remains the leader in the GC. Dude, I'm just going to finish off the chat here. After this, I hit the showers. I told my mom I would be up in Lacombe before 11. I've got 2 hours to get there. It's about an hour and a half drive. Just going to cruise through this, guys. Sapodilly pepper sauce. You ain't never had sweet heat like Bahamian sweet heat. Hey, Fab, I got you on the map, too. I got you on the map. Fab, let me know if I'm anywhere near right. I just kind of slapped it over in the Bahamas somewhere, I think. Yeah, here you are. Fab Cycling. Dude, you are on the map. You've made it. Dude, when you get on this map, you know you've made it. Right? You know you've made it then. I need to talk to the camera more, right? Eyeballs of fish are delicious. Dude, hard pass. Hard pass on that. I guess, yeah, I'm kind of weird. I like spicy, seasoned, hot foods, but I like it to be normal things that I know. And I'm probably one of those people that I don't step outside my boundaries enough and try different weird things. Weird. Weird. If I don't do it, it's weird to me. But it's not weird. Okay, guys, got to browse through this quick. Eddie's asking how many UCI points if he wins stage 2. We can probably see that right away. So we're going to look at Quinn Simmons right here. So Eddie, good question. Dude, Eddie, you got some great questions. So today he gets 60 UCI points for winning today's stage. And 50 on PCS. So PCS has their own system. And it's very strange because they kind of flip-flop. Sometimes PCS is higher. Sometimes UCI is higher. So 60 points for Quinn today. That's our winner. Keep reading through the chat here. Oh, Rail mentions the Carpathians. One of my favorite places in the world. And yeah, guys, I'm way far behind again. The break got led by the motorbike. Yep, motor pacing. Yeah, cheer for the Camaro mullet. My hair feels like it's getting so long in places, guys. I feel like I have a mullet right now. I'm going to have to get a haircut in the next couple days. Incoming message from friends here. Yeah, dudes, let's just see that final. Yeah, so Quinn Simmons, Finn Fisher Black. It was Vircher who threw me off there. Marco Frigo, I thought had 3rd. He gets 4th. Raul Garcia Prena was the Movistar rider that came in because there was a Movistar rider that slapped Quinn, not on his butt, on his back, guys. I know what you're thinking. At the finish line there. Andres Cronin 6th. Jordan Jagat 7th for Total Energies. Lars Kraps 8th place. Final kilometer here. This is the GC group coming in. This must be a replay. Yeah, replay. It's just showing final kilometer here. We don't need to see this, really. My brain's everywhere today now. Yeah, interview. Charles, sorry guys, have to have a shower and go into Calgary. Ugh, I hate going to the big city downtowns. Charles, yeah, let us know next time, Charles. Charles, I worked downtown for over 21 years. See, Charles agreed, no fish eyes. We're more like our steaks, that kind of thing. You know, maybe Caesar's. Caesar's a great steakhouse in Calgary, guys. I even like a keg steak once in a while. They still have a nice filet. What's the one? Vintage. There's a lot of great steakhouses around here. Fab saying, I'm on the island to the right with Nassau on it. Okay, dude, I'll try to relocate that for you later today. Rail, I lost most of the stage to random culinary talk. Dude, see, that's what it's all about, man. It doesn't have to be all cycling. I can actually see that little hilltop castle here. It's just a little lump, a little hillock with a little castle fortification on it. EF is still in yellow. I'm pretty sure they said that. Yeah, he remains in yellow. I think it said as soon as the race was done. Yeah, I thought I saw it earlier. Maybe I just skimmed over it. Yeah, he must be. Because Quinn's quite a ways down. The main GC peloton finished 15 seconds back, so it should be all the same. What if we look at general here? They still have Alex Baudin after stage 4. Vauquelin, everything remains the same. As far as I can tell. 12 seconds on Vauquelin is the gap. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Dudes, I got 2 hours to get up to Lacombe. I need to shower. I need to do whatever I need to do around the house here. Guys, thanks for watching. I know it was kind of a weird one today. Weirder the better. The weirder the better. We talked about weird foods. We talked about Atlantis, Lemuria. We talked about Lake Agassiz, glacial lakes. Man, we talked about everything, I think. A little bit of cycling thrown in, just smattered in there. Dude, there's so much stuff we can do. Guys, make a list. Send me a list. Let's talk about it. Dudes, thanks for watching. I really do have to run here quick today. And we'll see you soon. My name's Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. Thanks for being here, guys. Tell your friends. Tour de France is coming less than a month. Let's smash this year. I want to set some record viewing numbers for my channel. It's got to be better than last year.